Welcome back, you motherfuckers, you.
Why do you ask this stupid question to two boob guys?
Take 16 of you.
Will they do the same thing?
Yeah. I get to fuck them all, right? Because they're you.
She can't fucking have. She can't do that. Fucking ride or dies. Truly do appreciate everybody.
Jack, I appreciate you, buddy.
I appreciate you. Third sneeze. She's like, go outside and die.
Me and Jack come on here and talk, and JJ does everything else.
Getting chatted for you guys.
Shouted. This has been Shouted Wisdom. Alright, you ready?
I'm ready.
Normal shit.
Yeah, dude.
Here we go. We do say that on the podcast, huh? Here we go.
Yes, sir.
Problem in clock started. Are you ready?
I'm ready, buddy.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Oh, yeah, bud.
Welcome back, you motherfuckers.
Yeah, there it is.
That's how we start this show. So, we're going to keep it short and sweet. Cheers, brother.
Cheers to you.
Cheers. We do have a special guest today.
Yeah, very special guest. A good friend of mine, Mr. Eric Pease from Western Storytellers is here.
Yeah.
Adding some pressure to us to look professional.
It is brighter in this room than it is outside.
It is.
I don't know that I like this anymore.
I just hope my makeup doesn't melt off.
I hope my beard stays on. You guys didn't know I glued that shit. All right. So tell us about your good friend here.
So Eric Pease used to be a safety guy for us.
Okay.
And he left us, unfortunately, to go to a family-owned business. His father owns a safety consultation business. Yep. And he's doing well. He's was a fantastic safety guy when he was with us. And on the side, though, he does photography. So does weddings and that kind of stuff like this.
Yeah, well, we appreciate you coming to hang out with us. He's got the fanciest fucking camera setup I've ever seen in my whole life.
Oh, yeah, our poor iPhone recordings.
Yeah.
No knock to you, JJ, who's sitting here.
Love you to death. If you don't get these lights going, babe, I don't know if we can do videos anymore.
I feel people can see what we actually, our skin tone actually looks like.
Sorry.
It's all good. So he's, again, Western Storytellers. He follows us on Instagram, so if you want to find him, you can look up Western Storytellers. You can go on the Shattered Wisdom page or my page, and you'll see Eric on there too. You can find him.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's get into it since we're gonna fuck around and find out real quick, and the world did as we predicted. Fuck around and found out.
Yes, sir.
By now, you know that you have a new president.
Yeah. If you don't, it's time to come out of the bunker.
Yeah. It's fine. The world's not going anywhere. I fucking promise. We've already been here. He's already been the president once.
Yeah.
We're all still here. So as bad as you think it's going to be,
There's I've heard that a lot. As a lot of people are really concerned, and it's like, hey, if you're more than 8 years old, you've already lived through one of his presidencies.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I mean, everybody's got a side.
Yeah.
And we all want to stick to our convictions, but at the end of the day, it's easy for me as a human to be like, okay, my guy didn't win. Congratulations to your guy, or whatever. Like, I don't need a fucking day off.
No, and we talked about it, that school that gave kids a day off to process emotionally, and I keep thinking back to that. This is between kindergarten and high school.
Yeah.
Why should it affect you?
And guess what? Your parents are fucking rich if you go there.
Oh, it's $65,000 a year.
Can you imagine you got 5 kids that go there?
No. That's how you buy a new house every year.
Yeah, exactly.
You want that Lamborghini? Nope. You got to go to 8th grade.
No, you don't know how to pull out.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah. So expectations versus reality, right? So when they do these polls and they say like, okay, well, this person's ahead by 70%, right?
Yeah.
Where are you polling?
Yeah, and who are you polling and how?
Right. So are you polling a demographic to make your numbers inflated so it looks like to the rest of the world like, oh man, we're going to lose this thing. We shouldn't even show up?
Yeah.
Like, is that a real is that a tactic?
I would assume so. As it pertains to politics, I mean, people do everything.
Anything.
But we've heard politicians on any side, they're going to sell you the moon.
Every single time that we didn't do a governor this time, but we'll do a governor in 2 years, I think.
I think so.
They'll sell us the fucking moon here in California, too.
Oh, yeah, we're going to cut taxes, and gas prices are going to go down, and more money for schools, and we're going to this, and we're going to that. And it's kind of like, if you added that all up, that's not possible.
No. And it's not once ever been affordable to live in fucking California. I don't think, in this day and age, you're going to make it any cheaper.
No. It's funny, though, too, so you've got expectations versus reality. When we were watching the race, because we were recording, and it was on election night, so we kept pulling up numbers and where it was going, and I don't follow politics enough to really know in depth into the whole process, but I was talking to a guy at work, and he was like, "Oh, once he won Pennsylvania, they said once Trump won Pennsylvania, I knew he won the election."
So that was a big swing state that didn't go his way the last time.
Right.
So you pretty much know what you're gonna get, minus the swing states that they call them swing states because they can go back and forth. And I think Pennsylvania had a very high number of electoral college votes.
Yeah.
So as soon as he got that, it was like, okay, well, he needs like one fucking state or one this or that. You know, it kind of came down to just waiting at that point for them to call it. And some news stations called it early, some called it late, some didn't fucking call it at all.
Well, and it got close too, and so California was still. They hadn't counted all the votes for California.
They still haven't counted all the votes for California.
But I was thinking, hey, if she won California, which I think we have 34 electoral college votes, 34, 35.
We got one
JJ
less.
shaking her head at me.
And Texas has 2 more. Is it 50?
Yeah,
52?
Texas gained a couple more.
No, I think we have 52.
I just know we had a high number, and so my thought was
over under on 52.
I'm gonna say under. But I kept thinking like, hey, if she gets California, that's gonna give her a big boost,
Right.
and then it'll be closer. 54.
Ooh, told you.
dang
Over.
it.
When they factor in the real states that you need, as soon as California popped up, they had already given it to her. So they just assumed that all of the Democratic states are going to be Democratic states, and all of the Republican states are going to be Republican states. So you know, California and New York, they just fucking instantly, as soon as polls close, are like, all right, well, she got them.
Yeah.
Because we're notoriously blue states.
Yes.
But if you open up and look at the voting that has 55%'s been done, California's pretty red.
Yeah, and I think that's when we were watching the election results. It had said that she won California. I think I remember seeing
0% counted. She had won California.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
that's kind of what they figured. But the swing states, man, as soon as you start winning some of these big swing states, the ones that really fucking matter, and I even think he lost Arizona the last election. I think Arizona flipped to blue, which fucking, it was crazy, but it hurt. When you start losing states that you count on, it hurts you. And the race is to 270, which I never knew until the first time that he won. I'm like, what does 270 mean? Like, you would be 270, 269? Is that the cutoff? So I don't know. I don't know how this fucking thing works, but
yeah.
So 270 was the magic number, man. And they there was a time where the East Coast was coming up the Midwest, and he had a big lead, man. And then some polls this way started closing, and she was gaining a lot of steam.
Yeah, he hit just over 200 and kind of stalled.
Yeah, he stalled out. Yeah.
And it was just, he was like, I want to say it was like 207 or something like that. And he sat there, and then he was like 209.
Right.
I mean, he was creeping, and she started coming up pretty quick. So
I wouldn't say that it was one-sided, and I think that as far as voting goes and things like that, like, you're never going to see eye to eye with everybody.
No, and I don't think you're ever going to like your choice of politician 100%.
No, and you're definitely not going to like the one that you didn't vote for 100%.
Yeah. And we talked about, too, that looking at both candidates, there are things that I agree with both candidates, and there are things that I disagree with both candidates.
Yeah. Well, and it's all promises, right? I mean,
Yeah, how much of that do you believe?
So we got a tally that's going to start real fucking soon.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, there's some
stuff.
Promised. there's been some stuff posted online, some comments that they've made now, like, okay, Mr. Trump and your administration, you guys have said some pretty hefty stuff. RFK came out and made some serious claims. It's like, okay.
Yeah. We're going to sit back and watch.
Let's see what happens.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like we can vote for him again, so if he doesn't, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Like, oh, he was a liar. Guess what? He's a billionaire.
Yeah.
I don't know how many of them tell the truth.
It's just interesting to see the reactions and the more negative reactions. I think especially this time around that Trump won, there was this huge wave of negativity. I think the first time he won, there was much more of a wave of surprise.
Because
they were
nobody
like,
thought.
"Oh shit, he did it." Mm-hmm. But the negativity is rampant. There's a lot of it.
There's still memes that go around from the first election of like girls screaming in the street.
Yeah.
And so our second bullet point up here is reactions, right? So I get that not everybody's going to see my perspective or your perspective or anything, and I don't need you to agree with me.
No.
However, I don't need you to attack me as a person because of what I think is a thing.
Oh yeah.
Like, I believe in aliens and you don't. Like, am I a bad person? Like, whatever. Like, it does. There's so many things on the planet that you can disagree on. Who runs it? The country doesn't fucking matter. He's not coming to my fucking house to hang out.
No, and all the way to the president. It's a 4-year term. Mm-hmm. It's not like he's going to come in and go, okay, all this stuff is canceled. The new regime starts today, and it's just going to take place.
And you know what? There's no more elections. I'm president forever.
That takes time. That's a dictatorship. Kim Jong-un can do that stuff, but like not here in the States, so it takes time. There's still due process and things that need to happen.
Who do you think voted for Kim Jong-un?
Everybody,
because they had to. They fucking assassinated.
They got their haircut number 3, and then they had their ballot with one fucking box to check.
One check, yeah, and that's it.
Is it Kim Jong-un or Kim Jong-un?
Yeah, so be fucking glad that we still live in the country that we live in, where you have a right to choice and you have a right to your own opinions, but you don't have a right to disrespect other people's beliefs.
Yeah, I agree.
So... all right, enough about that. You motherfuckers got a new president. Sorry for your luck. I don't know. We all have it.
He's our president.
Yeah, he's ours. Yeah. Every 4 years, we'll say, one side wins, and sometimes they win again. But we had 8 years of Obama, and I don't know how everybody felt about that. But I was in the military when they were kicking motherfuckers out, and I wasn't too happy about it.
Yeah.
So I digress. Anyway, so we have Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul. That fight's finally going to fucking happen.
It's going to happen. Mike Tyson, as everybody knows, that he had an ulcer.
I think he had an ulcer, yeah.
So the concern was if he got hit in the stomach, the ulcer, something would rupture, and he'd get some pretty significant internal bleeding.
Yeah.
But he's healed up and haired over, and...
he looks fucking good.
He looks fucking terrifying.
Yeah.
And I'm really excited for it.
So I've been watching like the press conferences and stuff, and Mike Tyson's joking around and he's playing. To him, it's a fight for sure.
Oh yeah.
But he's he doesn't give a fuck about Jake Paul and all this shit. He's just like fucking. It's an act. It's a game for him.
His legacy is solidified.
Yeah. It doesn't matter what happens in this ring.
Yeah.
But I think if they go in there and do like an exhibition fight, and Jake Paul catches him wrong, he's gonna piss Mike off. And Mike's going to take his fucking head off.
Yeah, Mike still has that switch. And you watch old videos, and he's doing, when they walk up, you see a lot of fighters, they would do the walk in, and they put the Vaseline on them and check their gloves and stuff, and they're all good. And they get in that ring, and they come under that rope, and it's like a police dog.
Yeah.
You put a bite suit on, all of a sudden that police dog you were petting 5 minutes ago goes, I'm going to tear your arms off.
Yeah, you get to die.
I don't care who you are.
Yeah.
You're super nice. I'm going to hurt you.
Yeah. You went from good guy to bad guy real fast.
Yeah. This is going to hurt you more than me, but we're still friends, right?
You can pet me after.
I hope, though, too, and Jake Paul's fought one actual boxer.
And lost
to Fury.
And I don't know that Fury, his brother's a somebody.
Yeah.
His brother's a goddamn somebody. Yeah. And I know that he boxes and their whole family boxes. Oops. Fuck that up. And the whole family boxes. As far as things go, man, I don't think that even he took that fight seriously.
No. But Jake Paul trained seriously. There's nothing you can take against him. Like, he's a fighter.
For sure.
He's beaten up some brand names, and I can say from my limited MMA and boxing experience that it is two different things. And if all you do is train MMA, and then they go, no, now you have to box. There's a very significant... Boxing is like playing chess.
Right.
There's rules and techniques, and you're not, kicking somebody and taking somebody down. And not to say that MMA is just wild, but UFC, the only two rules when UFC started was
no
eye gouges, and you couldn't kick somebody in the crotch.
Yeah.
And then after that,
it was fucking
game on.
It was all whatever you wanted to do.
And it is.
And there was no weight class.
No, there wasn't. I'd fight you, and then I'd fight Eric, and then I'd fight JJ.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter. Like, the cat can come in. Like, fuck it. Anyone can win.
Have you seen... There's so much funny shit on the internet these days. Have you seen the guy who fights two girls?
Yes. The big fat guy?
Dude, yeah, bro.
Dude, he beat those two poor girls up.
Shit out of them. That wasn't even fair.
I've seen two, though. There's one... It's a big guy, and he's fighting two girls, and they're hitting him. They're all knocking each other around, and he grabs one and slams her, like picks her up and throws her. It looks like you picked up your son, and just like wham, and she hits the mat and just goes limp, blah. And he turns after that other one, And
who's now shitting on herself.
Yeah, but this guy's throwing fucking haymakers.
Yeah.
Just, there's no technique. They're both like, we'll give you a 2-week boxing boot camp, and then you're going to go in there and fight each other.
Yeah, I could go fight 2 chicks right now. like, it's not fair.
I'll be in your corner. I'll wrap your hands for you. I'll be your cut man.
And it's not like they pick like fucking aggressive girls. They pick like 2 pretty girls. Like,
I think
get in there and destroy them.
They had some kind of experience. I mean,
sure.
they weren't throwing bad punches, but still, I mean, come on.
Yeah.
What would you expect?
Yeah.
It'd be nice to see one of them like anchor that dude. I'd have been like, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Good for you. But
Fucking, Big man went down.
Dude, but he'd hit them and they would just literally fly across the octagon, and they'd hit him and he was like swatting them away like flies.
He's on one and the other's behind him, like fucking punch him, and she's like, get off me, bitch.
Yeah, he pushed that one and whacked there a couple times. So he'd hit them, boom, and they just cover their face. I felt bad.
Yeah, like,
but
it's clearly not even.
It's Russian.
I think it's Russian.
Something I don't think it's...
Because the Russians have all the cool sports, man. I think that they have ice football.
I saw the ice football.
And I think they also have just ice fighting. Like
they have
hockey
ice
without
fighting?
the hockey. Just
yes.
the fights.
You just fight, and then I think they have the one where your arms are tied together. Have you seen that one? It looks like you're going to arm wrestle, and it'd be like you against me. They tie one arm together, and there's a table in between them. And you fight. So you're just... Literally, you're trying to pull the other person in and hit them, and they're trying to do the same, and they're trying to pull away. It's ridiculous. And then there's one, too. I think it's like phone booth MMA.
Yeah, I saw that one.
And they put him in that little phone
you turn around and just start fighting. Have you seen the one in the cars?
Yes.
That shit's fucking crazy, too. Anyways, we are going to get back on this. Hey, if you want to watch some funny shit, look up anything that the Russians put out.
Yeah, look up Russian MMA. It will probably take you down a rabbit hole.
Yeah, you'll be glad you did.
Yep.
So this Jake Paul fight versus Tyson is going to be this coming Friday.
The 15th.
The 15th at 5 o'clock our time.
Our time. It's 8 o'clock Eastern. We learned this from JJ last night.
Yeah.
As we're sitting in Barcuso talking about it, we were talking about watching the fight. She's like, hey, it's 8 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
So it's 5 o'clock here. So if you're going to watch it here and you want to watch it live on Netflix, it's free.
It's free.
It starts at 5 o'clock our time. If you're listening to us in California, if you're listening to us, one of our friends.
If you're on the East Coast, it starts at 8 o'clock, motherfucker.
Maybe 7. It depends on where you live.
David's getting it at 7.
Yep.
So we're going to do a party here at the house.
Yeah, buddy.
We always do.
Yep.
I don't know that we're putting this out to... Are we putting this out to people to come and hang out and drink with us? If fuck it, it's on the podcast. It is a thing. You're invited.
You got to DM us.
You got to let us know you're coming, because if you just fucking show up, it's kind of weird.
Javi's gonna come.
Oh, you don't even know where I live. You got to fucking DM us for sure.
DM us. Unless they're like, actually, I do know where you live, and I'm gonna be there at 4. Like,
hey, you never noticed me outside your window. All right, no. So, fuck.
I do hope though. Mike Tyson has a very signature move, and it's a double left hook. A 3 to the body and a 3 to the head.
He'll throw it.
And he has wrecked people. You have seen their soul come out of their body with it. Yeah. He's ended many a fight with it. I hope Jake eats that 3 to the body and 3 to the head. And Mike Tyson throws it so fast and so hard. Even if you put your hands up, doesn't matter.
So I've seen interviews of Mike now. People are like, oh, it's nice to see the soft side. He's like, I'll eat your fucking soul. like, oh, there is no soft side of Mike, bitch.
I would be like, yes, you will. I'm sorry, sir.
Yeah. He just doesn't turn it on all the time, but that he's still got the fucking demon inside of him.
Oh, dude, he's always been an amazing athlete, number one. And he's obviously gone through a lot and has kind of changed his ways, in his older life. He said they did a roast of a Comedy Central roast, and he was on it with Steve-O. And Steve-O wanted him, Mike Tyson, to punch him in the face. And Mike Tyson's like, I don't do that.
Yeah.
And he refused to.
Yeah.
And so Steve-O said, fine, stand up and put your arm out, and I'll run into your fist.
Yeah.
And he ran into his fist, but Mike Tyson was like, I don't fight anymore. I'm done.
When Steve-O was like, he had a broken nose that he needed to reset, and he wanted Mike Tyson to re-break it for him.
Yeah. But Mike Tyson quit. I don't even know when Mike Tyson retired.
He put that life down and just casually walked away from it. Like, Like, no, I'm not that guy anymore.
He sells weed.
Yeah.
And he raises pigeons, I think. He's big into, like, pigeons.
I don't know, man. I'm not taking anything away from Jake Paul. I've seen him fight. He's in tremendous shape. But this is fucking Mike Tyson we're talking about. Like, you're not fighting Evander Holyfield. You're not fighting, somebody else.
So, JJ, let me know, 2005 is when Mike Tyson retired. But if you look at Mike Tyson in 2005 when he retired and what Mike Tyson looks like now, not much different.
So that's 19 coming up on 20 years.
Yeah.
And he's still in good. He was always in good shape.
Yeah.
He never let that go.
And some professional athletes do that. They retire and they just he's maintained.
No, he's maintained for sure. But he is in fighting fucking shape.
Yeah.
And I've seen the videos of him sparring and shit. Bro, if he hits Jake Paul in the body, he's gonna break everything inside him. They're not even they're definitely not in the same fucking weight class.
Mike Tyson is like 5. So the height's different. Right. We talked about this last time we did this. Jake Paul's
tall.
Tall. Mike Tyson's 5'10", I think. But I think he's.
Back this, JJ. She's over here looking.
He would be, I think, light heavyweight. Is he 200, 205?
He's got to be at least 200.
He's solid.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
But then he did a bunch of videos, kind of like exhibition videos with MMA guys, where he was. This is before the Jake Paul fight, long before they were talked about it, where he was showing them some of his techniques, and those MMA guys were like,
"Yeah,
how he's 50 years old and he's fucking showing them that double three, bap, bap, and they're like, how did you move that fast?"
Well, and Nate Diaz, fought Jake Paul. He said, "I'll box you if you get in a ring with me." And Jake Paul said, "Sure." What Jake Paul doesn't understand is that you could throw as many punches as you want, but when you're getting your ass whipped on the ground, all your shit, all your footwork, it counts for nothing.
That would be nice to see, is a Jake Paul, Nate Diaz, but in an octagon.
Nate Diaz beat the shit out of him.
Oh, Nate Diaz murdered
Not even close. Fun, though. I'm sure it'd be fun, but not even kind of close.
They have to weigh in anything over 200 pounds, but according to this, it says Paul weighs 225, Tyson weighs 224.
Damn. Huh. So he would actually be in the heavyweight division.
Yeah.
Light heavyweight taps out at 205 for MMA. So, I'd
like to find out how heavy these dudes are that he's fighting then, because if he's 225, Nate Diaz is 150.
Yeah.
He's not a big fucking
No,
guy.
Nate's probably bigger than that, but he's tall. He's just lean.
Yeah. Okay. So Connor came up to fight him, right? McGregor? Yeah. Okay.
But these guys all weigh in
dehydrated as fuck. Yeah.
Nate, she's telling me I'm 170. I'm 5'11", 170.
Yeah.
But so Brock Lesnar fought in the heavyweight division for UFC.
Terrifying.
Cut weight to make heavyweight. Mm-hmm. And then you start rehydrating. They say Brock Lesnar walks around at 285, 290.
I'd put that dude at 300 pounds.
And he cuts weight down to I don't know.
Because he's a wrestler.
Something, cuts weight to get into it. But man, when he's in that ring, he's just massive.
What do you think? We put this one to bed?
Yeah. This is a quick hit. Whenever we fuck around and find out. It'll be out on Wednesday. We're going to start doing them more.
Yeah. Shout out to Barcuso.
Shout out to Barcuso. We're going to go there in a little bit here.
Yeah.
We were there yesterday.
Yeah.
Good to see Joey.
Good to see Joey. Always.
Pleasure to see Joey. We love Barcuso. They're a big proponent of us, and we of them.
Yeah. Yeah. He's got a haunted fucking basement that nobody knows about.
Yeah. He showed us his haunted basement. He showed us the start of the Speakeasy.
Yes, the Speakeasy,
which we're very excited for. Which he's going to start up on some major construction. I think this
coming
week.
Up this week, yeah.
So that'll be coming out shortly. We still are planning on doing a live recording there.
Ooh, JJ picked a date for the Dofo dinner.
Oh, she did the 22nd of February. There we go.
Okay, buy your fucking tickets.
Yeah, get on it.
Who else? Fuck you, Brad.
Fuck you, Brad.
Fuck you, Brad in HD. Ooh, we got the good cameras in here.
Yes.
Fuck you, Brad.
Yes.
Shout out to everybody, man. Hey, check it on your friends.
Yeah.
Like we said at the beginning, man, not everybody's person one. And you probably have some close friends who, I don't know, are not doing well.
There's a lot of concern, though. I mean, there's a lot of people who are really concerned.
There's a lot of unknown, and that's the scariest thing is the fear of the unknown.
Yes.
But in 4 years, we'll be having this discussion again about how your guy is better than my guy and blah, 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 blah. So it's only 4 years. It goes really fast.
Yeah, and if you, like we talked about on our election podcast, if you're really that into politics and that passionate about it, make sure you're doing it in an intelligent manner.
Right.
Like, rioting, burning cars, freaking out. It doesn't do anything. Making threats doesn't make your political party look any better. It just makes you look like a maniac.
Yeah. So the election's over. Why don't you guys just focus on being good people? Yeah. Everybody just get back to checking in on your friends and being good people. And
please.
And let's come together. Because if you listen to this podcast, it doesn't matter which side of the fucking fence you're on. Our message is the same. Check in on your fucking friends. Because that's what's important. Not who's running this fucking country, not who's the governor, not who's the fucking sheriff, not fucking any of that shit. Dude. None of that shit fucking matters.
No.
Who are your friends? Who are your people? Who's going to look out for you? Keep those motherfuckers close. Because, your circles are small already.
Yeah. And a big thank you, too, to Western Storytellers and Eric Peters. Thank you very much.
He's got a dope-ass beard, too.
He's got a better beard than you and I combined.
For sure.
It's nice. It's shiny. It's well brushed. He maintains that thing.
He rolled up, and I was like, fucking nice beard. And looking at this motherfucker like, oh, goddamn.
He's got an Ariat hat on.
He's here for it.
Eric's one of our people.
Yeah, so
we're actually going to have Mr. P's on, too.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, just today he wanted to come and do this, and we appreciate the fuck out of you for this.
Yeah, we're going to do an episode on men's health, and I think June is Men's Health Month, so I think we'll record something close to that with Mr. P's.
Okay.
And, again, he was fantastic on all my job sites, very well-spoken, very intelligent, very professional, so I'm excited to have him on because he's going to do a great job.
Yeah, so if you need a safety guy or a videographer, I guess we can say.
Yeah, he's a dual threat.
Same guy, fucking DM him.
Yes, sir.
Jump in his fucking DMs.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. So I've been Jerett.
I've been Jack.
I've been Eric. We're Western Storytellers.
Goddamn right you have been.
Yes, you
And
have.
this is Shattered Wisdom Podcast. And you motherfuckers are welcome.